Hi all, this is Sia Nas and welcome to a new year. So we're in 2020 and we're up to episode 53. So I hope you've all had a good new year and everything's going well so far. Being in Australia, things haven't gone too well for us with the bushfires in the last couple of months. So I think I'll leave some links below for places that you can donate. I know I've donated to a few, and just the problem is just so big. But I think that if everyone can give a little, it will really help. And it's been really awesome with Celeste Barber doing a fundraiser on Facebook and has raised over $40 million. So that's phenomenal. I think really close to $45 million. So that's just crazy. So it's fantastic, and I hope people keep giving, and hopefully the fires start to slow down. But we are in the middle of summer and they're expecting to get a bit worse, and it's really disappointing with the media, especially Murdoch-owned media, that is trying to deny that climate change exists and is trying to blame it on arsonists, which is really, really annoying. So at the moment, I know there was a Twitter hashtag against Rupert Murdoch. I should find my phone. It's just gone missing at the moment. A hashtag about Rupert Murdoch. You're seeing on Insta, I've done a few posts about it, to stop listening and stop buying his papers and things like that. So not the best, but that's I think it's good that people are starting to get aware of it. So that's the new year. Welcome to the new year. But I guess at least it's an issue that needs to be raised, and really don't understand why our leaders are denying climate change. It's just really annoying. So it's disappointing. But anyway, that's the new year. So we're up to episode 53. I've got this gorgeous glittery background behind me, and celebrating 5,000 downloads, plays on my podcast. So thank you to everyone who's listening. I noticed over the holidays there were a lot more people listening. I think people are just bored. They just want to listen to something. So thank you for finding my podcast and listening to it. And I hope you'll continue to join me during the year. And hopefully this year I'll try and get a lot more music out there. Just find it really difficult. I know there's a lot of complaining going on, but I do find it difficult. I really hate beat making, so I'm just trying to find a way, because I know that I can buy beats, but something just says to me, you've got to make them yourself. So just finding it a bit difficult, and just trying to go back to old beats that I've done and trying to finish them. But sometimes it's just nice to start fresh. But there's a beat that I've been working, but I can talk about that a bit later. So let's start with the week. So episode 53 and started on Monday the 6th of January. I've got the 13th here, but that's when it's coming out, which is tomorrow. But so the week is starting Monday the 6th of December, and on Monday starting this year, unfortunately, Mum's had some doctor's appointments, which is really annoying, and they were unforeseen, and Mum had to have a test done. And in the mail, I was waiting. I had bought some things on the internet, and I heard the postman. So I ran to the front of the house. I didn't see anything, so I ran to the letterbox, and in the letterbox was a letter for an appointment for Mum on the same day, and that wasn't on the 10th. Oh, it was on the 6th, and it was in the morning, and I got the letter in the mail. I got it about 11 in the morning, and the test was at 12:45. So if I hadn't have gone to the mail, I wouldn't have seen it. So it's not really good, and I I told everyone there at the hospital, and they were like, oh, this is really bad, we're really sorry, and you should definitely put in a complaint because they read it. So I filled in a complaint form, and I also sent it through email. But I'm just finding that this particular hospital, there's issues all the time, and I'm just constantly sending complaint emails. And really, I'm not a complaining person, do complain a lot, but I'm just finding that I'm complaining just far too much with things not working properly at this hospital. It is fairly new hospital, but they're connected to the Royal Melbourne Hospital, which has been around forever, and you'd hope that the Royal Melbourne Hospital's got its shit together. So they need to be doing more training with this newer hospital. So the year didn't start too well, but hopefully it'll finish fantastically. So Monday there was an appointment, and I've written things down higgledy-piggledy, but this is pretty much everything that happened on Monday. There was the doctor's appointment, then I did some shopping, which was nice, to relieve the stress of the morning. What I also tend to do is I've got a spreadsheet, and on my calendar, I have a wall calendar. And on my wall calendar, I write down appointments and things like that. I usually keep it here. It sits right there. And I like to write it on the calendar because I'm usually at my desk working on something on Adobe, or making a beat, or emails, or responding to emails and things like that. So it's so I like to have it there, and then I can see straight away instead of having it on your phone. Like, I've got it on my phone as well, but all the appointments are there. And what I do is at the end of each year on this spreadsheet, I write down things that I've done during the year, and that was something that I did on Monday. And also I keep a spreadsheet where I have my budget, and it's not like I don't 100% closely monitor everything, but I do monitor like about 80% of what I spend, just so that I can see where the money's going. And it goes in various places, music, petrol, iTunes, bills, promoting my podcasts and videos and things like that. I just like to keep an eye on where all the money is going. So what I do again is I tally everything up at the end of the year, and I just see where everything's gone. Like I do that every month. And then at the end of the year, I have a look at the end of the year and just tally everything up and just have a look where everything's gone. So I did that on Monday. And I think that's a really good idea. I really like being able to keep an eye on everything. I'm not like the world's greatest saver or budgeter, but I think it just helps me keep a track of everything, which I think is a good idea. And I keep an eye on my super with that, and the little shares that I've got, and it's a good idea. And Monday we also took down the Christmas lights. We've got some really nice lights, so we took those down on Monday as well. I also got this deal from Inky Deals to jazz up some pictures that I do and things. And Inky Deals has got all these really cool packages that you can buy that helps you put effects on your photos, and overlays and things like that, and you can buy little videos to put in your videos. So I got this awesome pack with, I think it's got like 100 effects, from cartooning to pencil drawing to like heaps, like watercolors and heaps of stuff like that, and lots of effects where you can triple yourself, and just lots of really cool stuff. So I got that on Monday, and I got that because they sent me an email saying I get 50% discount, so I jumped at it. Not that it was that expensive, but I got that on Monday, and I had a little play with that, so that was really awesome. I can't cartoon a picture of myself, so if I can't be bothered, I'll put it up and you can see it. I also started 30-day yoga with Adrian. I don't think I started day one, and then I kind of missed a few days, and then I noticed that it was coming up on my YouTube feed like every day, so I've just started doing that, and that's a really good idea. I've been enjoying doing that. 30 days of yoga. I've tried to do her 30 days before and I got like halfway and then I got bored. But I want to see if I can try and get through all 30, including tonight. I haven't done mine yet and it's like 10:20 p.m. So I'll try and fit it in after I do these, take all my makeup off. And what have I got here? I've also started, I'm always reading something, and at the moment I'm reading The Rosie Result, and it's the trilogy from the Rosie Project, which is a really popular book, and it's got a foreword by Bill Gates. And it's not about business or anything. It's actually a really nice love story between this guy that's got Asperger's, but I don't think they say Asperger's anymore. They say autism, and the partner that he meets, and it's just really a lovely story about those two. And now I'm up to the third book. And I actually got it for 99 cents. I've been keeping an eye on it because I read all my books on my iPad, and it was 99 cents. And I know every month there's a special, and after the end of this month it'll go back to its normal price of $16.99. So as soon as I saw there was 99 cents, I jumped out and I got it. So I've been reading that one. So that's really cool. It's just really nice to step back into their world, and you remember the first book and the second book, but I remember the first book more than the second one, and you just remember how he is and the character and all that. So I really recommend you read the Rosie Project trilogy. They're really cool books. They're cute. So that was Monday, 6th of December, and then Tuesday, the 7th of December. Oh, I got that editing jumper from the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson series, and they had Andrew, who was the cameraman, and I got the jumper. It is so comfy. You can see it says Andrew Sawicki Official Editing Apparel on the sleeve, and then it's got the tea, and can you see? It's got the teacup, and the tea bag label is the arrow for your for the mouse. And I ordered this like 2 months ago, and it just came. A bit disappointed about this top part because it's just screen printed on. It's not embroidered, so that's gonna look really bad when you wash it and it starts coming off. It'll just sort of like chip away, so it's not going to look too good, but it's really comfy. And the ribbing here, that ribbing bit there, is so soft, and it's such a comfy jumper. And that came on Tuesday. I got some Kylie Cosmetics, and they came on Tuesday. I got the red eyeliner. I should have worn the red eyeliner. Got the red eyeliner and the Candy K, I think, lip kit. And on Tuesday I also saw a documentary called Stink, which is this really cool documentary about the chemicals that go into clothing, and it was just amazing to see. And now I'm just a bit more conscious of it, like clothing and cosmetics and all that, because it turns out that none of the chemicals that go into our makeup and clothing gets tested. Like, we're the guinea pigs, and that was really surprising. So I'm just sort of keeping an eye on not trying to have too many chemicals. Like, we've got hairspray, and you've got the makeup, and you've got your clothing, and then you've got your creams for your body and things like that. It's just chemicals everywhere. No wonder we're getting so sick. So that was a really good doco if you want to see that. That was on Netflix, so you can tune into that. That was that was really cool. Well, cool, but it's good to be aware. I think that's the main thing. And then on Wednesday I bought, this came pretty quick. I'm going to show you my t-shirt that I bought. It's the Beast t-shirt. So I've been watching over the last few weeks. I've been watching a bit of, a lot of YouTube videos, which I do all the time anyway. I really love TED Talks and Ruben the Bulldog. I love him, and just Pitbull Nation, and I'd love to get a Pitbull. They're so cute. And I've been watching a lot of Mr. Beast videos, and I saw one which I absolutely loved, and it's about I saw two that I really loved. One is where they dress up as dinosaurs and they go into McDonald's and Walmart and all that. That was the funniest thing I've seen, like that I've ever seen. It was so funny, and they were dressed up, and then the cops told them they had to go because they were a traffic hazard, but that was really awesome. And then the one that made me sort of buy the t-shirt is the video where they give the pizza guy the house. So that was really awesome too. So they buy a house, as you do, and they get a delivery guy to deliver the pizza, and whoever that person is, they're going to get the house. But they don't tell him that it's for him. They say to him, we'll give you $1,000. I think they said $1,000 if you help us for the day to help move stuff into the house. And then they get somebody to talk to him while they're shopping for stuff for the house. And on the side, this guy goes off and gets everything that he's been talking about. And as they're shopping, they're asking him, oh, do you like this? What do you think of that? But they keep saying to him, this is for our friend. This house is for our friend, so we're fixing it up for him. And then at the end of the day, they tell him that it's for him. And I just thought that was awesome. And they said the way they earn money to buy things like that is through t-shirts. So that's why I got the Beast t-shirt. And I also got it because it was on special. It was like $10 off. But once you get it into American dollars, and postage for the t-shirt is about $25, it came to like about $60. So it wasn't cheap. And I have to say the quality of the t-shirt is not the best. It's quite thin and see-through. So would have been nice if it was a little bit heavier weight so that it's not so see-through. But I love that it's bright, and it says Beast in nice bright colours, and there's the wolf logo on the back, and the money goes to help people. So yeah, definitely check out Mr. Beast. He's really cool on YouTube. So the Beast t-shirt. On Wednesday, I also went for another x-ray for Mum. So, already the new year, there's tests going on everywhere. And then on Wednesday, these things, the x-ray happened in the morning, and then my nephew came over and I was babysitting him and just hung out with him and just had some fun, which is always cool because he's a funny little kid, and we had a good time. So that was nice. And then on Thursday, everything that I shopped for last year in like the Boxing Day sales came this week, so it's taken a few weeks. I got the KKW Glitz and Glam eyeshadow palette. You can't really see, it's got glitter on it. Oh, there I am. The pack has got glitter on, it's gorgeous, and then inside is these gorgeous New Year's colours. So there's like silver and gold, and the other colours are really lovely too. And I've got the gold on, but I've also got the gold from one of Kylie's her birthday palette, which had lovely gold with big gold flecks in it. So that was really nice. I really love this KKW palette. That'll be like my New Year, Christmas, New Year palette, because it's got the silver and the gold in there, and just some lovely light green and light brown colours for that season. So I'll just pick it up and that'll be my New Year's palette. So that's cool. On Thursday, I usually do grocery shopping, so I did that on Thursday. So then on Thursday, so this has been a week of hospitals. So then on Thursday we had an appointment with the doctor to find out about earlier tests that Mum did, and this is a new doctor we're seeing, and she's just being overly cautious and ordering too many tests. So we're going to say no to a few of them, but we see her next week. So we'll figure that out on Thursday. And then on Friday, I started working on this beat that I've been working on for a while called Meep. I don't know how people do beats so fast, but for me, beat making takes me forever. Like, I can't sit for a long time to make a beat. So I have to sit and do like blocks, and like an hour today, like an hour tomorrow, or every few days. I can't sit because I just become overly critical of myself, and then I just don't finish it, or I get really frustrated or angry, and then I just do nothing for ages. So I found that if I do it in like blocks, I can figure it out, but I just find beat making really frustrating. And I'm working on Meep, which I've been working on for a few weeks now. And it's very different because the intro says Meep a lot, and then I'm like, what am I going to put after that? So I'm just trying to put all the intro throughout the song, so it's a bit easier, but then it sounds like there's things missing, and I'm thinking, should I sit there and like perfect it, or do the best that I can on that one and then move on to the next one? So I'm thinking if I do that, because I've heard this beat like 1,000 times now, and I'm just a bit over it, so I'm thinking I'll just do the best that I can and move on. So, well, I've just decided. So on Friday, I babysat my nephew again. And we also went out for coffee after that with the family, which we haven't done in a while. So that was nice. I also got some lipsticks that I got from Jeffree Star, but I got it off Beauty Bay. And they are here. They're in the shape of a bullet. This one is brown sugar. These were on sale. That's why I got them. There's brown sugar. It's a nice glittery brown sugar. And this one is snow cone, and it's green. And I really like that colour. Green. And the last one is yummy, and it's purple. But when you put it on, it comes up like a pinky. And it's in like a bullet form. Very unusual. But the quality of the lipstick is fantastic. It's more like a lip balm, and because it's quite buttery, and then it's got the colour and the flecks in it, which is really quite clever. But the quality is really good. I'm really amazed by these Jeffree Star cosmetics. And they're in the shape of a bullet because it's called ammunition, which I'm not too happy about. I don't like anything to do with war, but, this is cosmetics, so it's that one. So they came on Friday. And I did a post on my cosmetics Insta account called Sia's Beauty Reviews, and it's just like these little mini reviews that I'm just doing on Insta because of all the cosmetics that I'm getting. So just very small reviews. On Friday, I also saw a documentary about Dolly Parton called on Netflix called Here I Am. That was really cool too. You don't realise just how smart she is, and just what a journey she's been on, that she's been around for so long. So she's a tough one, that one. And there was a lot of commentary there by Kylie, Kylie, if you're Australian, everyone knows Kylie. And lots of commentary by Jane Fonda, and I absolutely love Jane Fonda, especially since watching her on Grace and Frankie. So it was really nice to see Jane Fonda really talking passionately about Dolly. So Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, because they've known each other forever, way back since the 80s when they did 9 to 5. So yeah. And on Fridays when I played with the cartoon effects from the Inky Deals, so I got Inky Deals on Monday, but I didn't play with them till Friday. Just had other stuff to do. Then Saturday I worked on Meep again. And Saturday I also worked on playing around with the green screen, because this screen behind me, it's actually a background that I bought. But with the green screen, it's just green behind you. And then you insert the images on Adobe, which is what I use. But it's a bit tricky because if you don't have good quality footage, it doesn't work. And yeah, I think it's mainly the footage, and also the green background has to be like really flat and really straight with no wrinkles or crinkles or anything in it. Otherwise, you don't get a clear image when you put the image you want on there. So that's what I was working on Saturdays, just to try and figure out where to put it, which wall to put it. And I got some new green materials. So the last green material that I had, you couldn't iron it. It was just wrinkled and you just couldn't get the wrinkles out. But the new green material that I've got, you can iron it, so I can get a nice flat surface. So I'm hoping when I do use the green screen, it'll work. Just a bit apprehensive because if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to have a green screen behind me because it didn't work. And it's just easier to put up a background, but you are paying for it. Like they cost about $20 each. So, I mean, not expensive, but if you keep buying them, and where do you store them? Like this, I store on a cylinder, and because if you fold them up, then it's just got lines. But at least with the cylinder, you can see the line there. But with the cylinder, it sort of flattens it out, so you get a smoother finish behind. I also got the pink sparkly background on Saturday, and looked a bit better on eBay because I get these from eBay because eBay is cheap as chips, and the quality is really good. I like it. And this is actually upside down because this lovely gold up here is supposed to be on the bottom, but you're not going to see it if it's on the bottom. So I like it that way anyway. It looks nicer. And on Saturday, I also bought some plants because the gardener in the family is my father, but he's getting older now, so and he's not able to do as much. I don't know if it's out of laziness or what, but he's getting older and the garden is dying. Like we used to have an amazing garden, but it's just dried up now, and Mum and I are just a bit fed up. So I've been buying some, I went and bought some plants, and today on Sunday, the 12th. So today's Sunday, the 12th of December, and we've been putting in plants in the front yard. And the one day I don't put sunscreen on, we go outside, and my face just got sunburnt. Like you can't see with all the cosmetics. With all the cosmetics on me, here's gone a bit flat. Let me poof it up. With all the cosmetics on me, so I got a bit sunburnt. And but we put in some really nice plants and just found that the roots were through everything, and it just took forever. And I fell back like 3 times trying to pull these roots out. Like it just felt like there was 100 roots in one particular corner that we wanted to put some lavender plants in. Excuse me, but we managed to get it done and get a nice, some nice flowers put in there, some red flowers, some yellow flowers, and some lavender. So the garden's looking normal again. And that's been the week with me and my purple fluffy llama diary, which I forgot to mention that I was looking at. So that's been the week. When I was looking through my songs, my beats that I've been doing, I realized that I haven't put up a beat that I actually finished last year called "Break Your Heart." So it's a bit of a dance beat. It's not very long. It's like 2 minutes 12, but I think it's pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't use it. So what you're going to hear at the end of this podcast is the beat to "Break Your Heart." There are lyrics to it, but they're not very. I like the lyrics, but the singing is not very good. So I'm gonna decide whether you're gonna hear the song or just the beat. So stay tuned for "Break Your Heart." So thanks for listening. Share this podcast with your friends or someone you think would like to hear it. Take care of yourselves if you need it. Seek help. Donate to the bushfires. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in, and check out "Break Your Heart." Bye.